Here we go. Well, King F8. Yeah, this is over. There's nothing here for white, unfortunately. That knight b4 was terrific. I don't think I have anything against knight b4. Castles is the best move. King d2 is even bad too. This young game in which I lost the exchange in only 15 moves from this insane wonder kid I am, who's 2,700. By the way, this guy's all-time high was reached this February in Blitz, 2877 as a 13-year-old. What? Anyways, so we play into this opening, which I have a really good result against, and he stuns me. After takes, I had never seen bishop e7 before, attacking h4. It's a really odd move, and now I have learned that you have to kind of go knight d2, knight f3, but before, I didn't know this at the time of the game, so I just played queen f3, and from here, this is a story about how a small mistake can create smaller mistakes and can eventually create huge weaknesses. And that is a story of my position and how this like innocent little queen maneuver to attack h5, make him defend it, and then queen f4 to defend h4 led to my queen not being in my position to guard. So after c5, putting pressure on d4, I go c3, knight c6, and then bishop e3. Very normal, right? Takes, and now the best move is bishop takes d4, the only move. After c takes, which is what I play, knight b4, and now I don't have a queen at the baseline of my position to guard d3 or c2 anymore. And suddenly I'm lost. I'm not lost. This is still the best move. This is actually the best move by the engine. I don't know why it says inaccurate. But castles is the best move, giving the exchange. And luckily I have some compensation in this position, but it's not awesome. It's not awesome. And my opponent did have to work kind of hard for the win after winning the exchange after 15 moves, and then, you know, another 17, 18 moves to finish the game then. But yeah, this is the weakness, and my opponent was so meticulous, right? With almost like a surgeon, right? With surgeoning the parts of the body. I'm not a surgeon, obviously, but knowing exactly were to open up the flesh of my position, and really, like, there's nothing I can do here. There's glaring weaknesses, and it's just such brilliancy. Now, that's it for the game that I have here. I think it was pretty losing after this. You don't give an IM more than one chance in a game, it's pretty over. I was looking through like a little bit of his recent games, and he played this absolute masterpiece that I wanted to show you guys. So we get into a typical ready here, in which black just plays like very normal, right? Bishop d6, castles, d4, takes. White trades on c6, right? We take back, bishop a6, tempo on the rook b8, knight e2, and our wonder kid, 2740 at the time of this game, plays now a Greek gift, which is okay. Bishop takes h2, king takes, knight g4 check. So far it's great. It's nothing exceptionally special. This sacrifice has been done on and on and on. Let's see if it works though. So the king goes on a king run on g3, and now our young kid plays queen g5, which threatens knight e3 check on the king, discovered check, and then winning the queen here on d1. f4 to attack the queen, so that if we take here, they take our queen, and then we take their queen, but then we lose a knight at the end of that tunnel. So queen g6 to reinitiate and re-threaten knight takes e3 check. And now bishop d3, again purchasing our queen, and he's so good. He plays the f5 here. These are all great moves, by the way. The past 3 or 4 moves have been great or perfect moves. f5 here defends the attack on the queen, not moving the queen being stubborn. And now the king has to move because you're threatening knight takes e3 check, winning the queen, and it's so powerful you have to move the king out of the way. You cannot attack this queen anymore. So the king moves to f3, and now c5, which I don't know why, maybe to place a bishop on this diagonal to attack the king more. The king is in a mating net. Can't go to g3, can't go to f2. So queen c2, and now d4, opening up this diagonal. Really interesting. There is a miss here. Here he misses rook be8 for greater pressure on e3. A nice little stab here at a weakness. Rook be8, let's say bishop c1 defends this pawn, and now bishop c6 is a greater threat for some reason. I don't know the technicalities of that, but d4 here, e4 is played, which is a big blunder, and now he plays knight e3. You see, we weren't only opening this bishop up, we were also threatening knight takes e3, forking these two pieces, and that happens here. But this is not only a fork. The knight takes here and you take the queen, but I'm also threatening here, which forces indirectly knight takes d4, which is the outcome of the game. I'm also threatening to win the game with queen takes g2 checkmate, which is phenomenal. So I'm threatening the queen, I'm threatening the rook, and I'm threatening checkmate all at once. It's a triple royal threat. Knight takes d4, we take the queen, and then here his opponent resigned a little bit earlier. Such amazement. It stuns me when people are this talented at such a young age. It's really insane. Cheers and long career to this kid. Have an amazing day.